Assholes with opinions.
What's up, everybody? It's the AWO show, and this is our top 50 death scenes continued, number 20 to 11. AWO show, baby, for life.
For life.
For life.
For life, baby.
What's up, everybody? SplatMan here with another AWO show, Assholes with Opinions. We're just a couple of assholes giving you our opinions. Today's show is our top 50 death scenes continued, number 20 to 11. If you want to check out our past videos, our past death scenes from this top 50, go to our subscription and click on the link. I'm with my main dude, like always, my co-host, the man from the moon, the man from fucking, I don't know where. He's a piece of shit in my eyes, but he's cool. He's cool. His name is the Gonzo Shark. What up, Gonzo?
What up, brother? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I didn't
All
really
right.
mean to call you all those names just a second ago.
I
just get a little aggressive when I'm like in the spotlight. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I know you didn't. You didn't mean it.
No, I don't mean it. I'm just an asshole, so I'm just trying to play the part. You know?
Exactly. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not worried. I'm not phased.
So what's up, buddy? Are you ready to do this?
I'm ready to do this. Number
this
20. Yeah, I'm gonna get right into it right now, dude.
All right, dude.
What's up?
All right, dude. You should, because I'm wicked excited, and I've been excited to do this. I keep looking at my phone, and I change shit. I shouldn't change shit, but I do change shit because I think too much about it. But then I put it back. I don't know, bro. Go ahead. Start us off.
All right, do me a favor. Move to your right a little bit. All right, so number 20, bro. I don't know if you know this one, but if you do, you're gonna like it. It's from a movie from when I was a kid, and I saw this movie when I was a kid, and I remember this scene just fucked with me so bad, dude. This movie came out in like 92 and 93, somewhere in that range. And the movie is Cliffhanger with Sylvester Stallone. And if you've ever seen that movie, at the beginning, this is the way the movie starts off too. So it starts off hot right away. And they're on like a rock climbing expedition type of thing, and they have to go like over this huge valley from one cliff to another cliff. And it's a guy and his girlfriend and Sylvester Stallone, who I think is the guy's best friend. And the guy's wife or his girlfriend's going across the line to the other side to the other cliff, and her thing gets fucked up and she's gonna fall. And Sylvester Stallone has to shimmy out there and try to save her. And needless to say, he can't hang on to her. He tries his hardest. Her man's on the other side screaming, freaking out, like, "Oh my God, you better save my wife. You better save my wife." And he drops her and she falls, like, it looks like it's hundreds upon hundreds of feet. And she dies. And that's the way the movie starts off. And when I was a kid, man, that was just like so emotional to see that. Like, it didn't bother me, but like I understood the emotion of it. Just like, oh my God, that guy is like watching his woman trying to be saved by his best friend, and he can barely do it, and then he accidentally lets her go, and it's crazy. Have you seen that?
Yes, I have seen that, and dude, this is crazy. All right, but my next pick, all right, isn't that pick, but it's very damn close to that pick.
Really?
And I cannot believe how this worked out.
Hey, do me a favor. Move to your right a little bit, bro.
Why? What's wrong?
Because when we put the little fucking box in there, dude, it's going to be covering your face.
Well, when I put the little screen up in here, it's going to be covering my face too.
Oh, yeah. Okay. No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Oh,
you're good.
How big do you want the box?
No, you're good. You're good.
The size of your penis? Like your penis size? Like,
yeah, man. All right. Keep going.
All right. Going. Anyways, just get onto your pick. We'll get onto my pick in a second. Yeah, great pick. I remember that. It really was like just the way to start off the movie was crazy, insane. It makes you like you feel for him, Sylvester Stallone and stuff. But come on, Cliffhanger is such a great movie, such a classic. Great pick. I like it, and it's gonna get us ready for my next pick.
I want to know what this is, bro.
It's kind of from serious mode to like funny mode real quick. All right. And my next pick which is what the
19th.
The 19th pick. The
Yeah.
19th pick is from a movie called Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls, and it's the very beginning of the movie where Ace Ventura is on the line, just like Cliffhanger, and he's trying to save a raccoon. It's just like the Cliffhanger, but it's with a raccoon instead of his wife. And he's holding on to the raccoon's paw. And I'm an animal lover. That's why I had to put this in, and that's why I had to put it close to the to the end, because I love animals. And when I was a kid, I hated seeing animals die. You could put people dying on TV all the time, but when the animals die, it hit me hard. So Ace Ventura is holding on to the raccoon's paw, and it's just slowly slipping away. And then the raccoon falls. He's like,
it's the same thing. Dude, I feel like Ace Ventura stole that scene from Cliffhanger.
No, they did. That's why they put it in there, because it's from Cliffhanger. And I just, dude, it's just so funny how it's your pick, my pick, back to back. And just now that I think about it, how lame is my pick, dude? You got all serious with fucking. I even thought about Cliffhanger and I picked this. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna put Cliffhanger in there. But
see, we got the best of both worlds, though. That's the thing. People might think we're working them right now.
Yeah, probably, dude. But this was not staged, people. This is so weird. And like when you said that, I was like, no. I was trying not to laugh because then I would screw everything up. But just how it happens. But,
that's great. That was great.
But do you remember that?
Oh, dude, I'm like visually picturing it in my head, and that's why it's the same exact thing. I could picture the girl going down like, oh, and the raccoon exactly. You're like, oh,
dude, same thing.
Oh, dude, that's
so
great.
Funny.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to top ourselves now, dude.
I don't know. Again, pretty good.
All right. Let me move on to number 18, dude. Number 18, and this movie, dude, fucking great movie. And actually, I don't really hear people talk about it that much, but I thought it was phenomenal. Movie American Gangster with Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe, based on a real life gangster. I don't remember what the fuck his name was. Frank something, I believe. Played by Denzel Washington. And there's a part in the movie where, it's kind of halfway through the movie, and he's got a beef with another like gangster dude, and he's in the diner, and the other gangster guy's out in the street. And he comes in the diner or something. He's talking shit to him or whatever. And Denzel Washington waits, bites his time. And then he's in the diner a few days later, and he sees the guy standing out on the road talking to some people. And he just casually excuses himself from the table and walks out there and, gets in the guy's face, pulls a gun on him. And the guy's like, you ain't going to do shit. What are you going to fucking shoot me right here in the street? And Denzel Washington blows his head off right on the sidewalk in front of a shitload of people. And then like leaves him $1 or something like that. And it's just a wicked powerful scene, in my opinion. Like you don't expect it coming, yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, it doesn't shock you that it happened, but you don't necessarily expect it coming. And then when it happened, it's just like, oh my God. But you saw that, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah. I mean, I might have fell asleep halfway in the movie because I remember bits and pieces of it, but I do remember that scene. It just so shows power, shows power with his character. He just rolls up, goes outside. Like, didn't he like wipe his face too, like before he got up or something?
Oh yeah, I think he walks right back to the table after.
Yeah, like all normal, all casual, gets out, and you kind of don't see it coming because usually someone's not going to kill somebody right in the street.
No.
But it happens all the time, but not like that.
Yeah, not in the middle of the day or in the morning or whatever, and there's like hundreds of people around.
Yeah, exactly. And it was a great role by Denzel Washington. Like everything he does, pretty much.
Yeah, dude.
He killed in that role. Russell Crowe, right? Russell Crowe was in that.
Great.
Yep. Great pick, dude. Great pick. I like it. I'm gonna move on to my pick now. Number 27.
17.
Number 17. Damn, I'm bad, huh? I'm fucking bad. Number 17. It's from one of my favorite movies, which I mentioned in our previous movie videos, Shawshank Redemption. And it was when Brooks hung himself. And I just remember that being a kid and like just how he carved Brooks was here into the wall. and like you just feel for him. Like the prison, he was in there for so long, it became his home. The prisoners he was there with became his family, and like he couldn't really, when he got out of prison, he couldn't really adjust to real life. He just, his life was the prison. That's what it turned into, and he ended up hanging himself. But yeah, being a kid watching that, it was very touching. I felt for him, and the whole Brooks was here part on the wall carving. It was just a touching thing for that movie. And if you haven't seen that movie, Shawshank Redemption, make sure you watch that movie.
Yeah, which that was on our top movies list. One of the ones I think on the unforgettable or the forgotten ones or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, dude, that's a great movie all around. You know, just everything about that movie. It's a movie that inspires. You know, inspires me for sure. If I watch that movie, I feel inspired. But yeah, it's a great movie, and that's a sad scene, a real sad scene. So good pick. Dude.
Not on your pick, not on your list.
No, not on my list. And
okay.
That's a great pick.
I'm gonna get one of yours one of these days.
I don't know, bro. We're getting close, man. And I'm confident I'm gonna knock off another one of yours too. I'm confident.
I hope you don't.
Which brings me into 16, and I can almost guarantee this one won't be on your list. I went to go see this in the theaters. I think it came out in 2015. And I was really excited to see it. And actually, it didn't disappoint me. I like the movie. I want to see it again because the accents in the movie were so thick that it was a lot of times it's hard to understand. So I do want to see it again. The name of the movie is The Witch, also known as The Vivitch. And the reason why I say that is because it's got the double V. If you ever look at the title of the movie, it's not really a W, it's a double V. But anyway, a little fun fact. But it's like about this family that comes to Plymouth Plantations back in the 1700s. And I think it's the 1700s. I'm not sure. It might be the 1400s. I don't know. I don't really know exactly when it was. But anyway, and it's like really creepy fucking movie about like, you know, a witch and then just like some weird like satanic supernatural stuff that's happening to a specific family, and they feel like they've been ousted by the other settlers because of their religious views. And there's a part in the movie where, and this is a major spoiler, so if you haven't seen the movie and you want to see it, shut this off right now or fast forward it. But there's a part in the movie where they have this goat. It's a black goat. His name is Black Phillip, and he attacks the father of the family. It's towards the end of the movie, and it's kind of comes out of nowhere. You don't see it coming, and he literally rams him to death. The goat just rams him like 6 times with his horns or whatever you call those fucking things. I don't remember what they're called. But yeah, he just rams him, and it's like super shocking, and it made me feel really bad too. It's like really sad. It was really sad to see it. But at the same time, you kind of don't know what's going on. So it's a little like, you're wondering what the hell is going on. But it's a super powerful scene. And I feel like there was a lot of like underlying messages in the movie. Some certain like religious overtones to the movie. And, there's a lot of message to that movie if you really, sit down and think about it and you watch it. But dude, have you ever seen it?
No.
Well,
sounds like a little fucking demon goat possessed by like the Satan or something.
No, well, I mean, actually, I'll tell you just because I already told you what happened. But the goat actually is the devil. Like after the goat kills the father, then you find out that the goat is actually the devil.
Oh, look at that! I had never even seen the trailer for that movie, and I called it out.
Yeah, and the cool thing about that movie too is that it's all filmed in New England. You know what I mean? So they filmed a lot of it at Plymouth Plantations, like
Salem witch trials and shit. Salem area.
No, Plymouth.
Oh, Plymouth. Yep.
Plymouth. Yeah. So dude, it's really cool, especially for people like us that are from New England. But yeah, that's my pick. The Vivitch.
Good pick. I've never seen the movie. I probably won't ever watch it, but you never know.
Even if you just see that scene, though, when you look up the scene, you'll be like, oh wow.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna look up the scene anyway. So, all right, next pick, number 25.
Number 15.
Number 15. I did that one. I did that on purpose, okay? No, I didn't. All right. Next pick. Legendary death. Everybody knows this death. Every kid, every adult knows this death. And it's from the movie Lion King. And it's when Simba's father, Mufasa, played by James Earl Jones, dies by falling off a cliff into a herd of antelope, maybe. I forgot what kind of animal, but you know the scene, people. It's very touching. It's very sad. You know, it's hard to watch. Any kid in that position would be destroyed, and it's just a classic scene, a classic Disney movie, and I think it would be on everybody's top 50 death scenes. It definitely makes an impact on everyone who watches it, I think. So, yeah, that's my pick.
I think that movie made me cry, bro. Pretty sure, dude. When I was a kid, I remember the first time I saw that scene. Oh man, it was tough. That was tough.
It was tough even more when he's like, he found his dad's body and he's over there trying to hit that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, such a tough scene, but great movie, great story. What a pick me up after, you know, met friends, got best friends, he became the king. Fucking classic movie.
Great movie.
So,
yep.
If you haven't watched The Lion King, I'm not even going to tell you to watch it because.
Yeah, what have you fucking been living in a teepee or something? Like, yeah, what the fuck?
Where the fuck you been?
Exactly. All right, great pick, bro. And let's keep in mind that is one that you stole from me.
No,
remember after we did the video, we were talking and that came up, and then you said it was on your list, and I gave it to you. So,
yeah, but that doesn't mean I stole it from you. I had that pick on my list, and so did you, like every other person in this goddamn world. And then my girlfriend had to go ahead and ruin it by yelling it out.
Well, the thing is, though, is that I'm trying to give you credit here, bro. I'm trying to say.
No, you're telling me I stole your pick.
But you said you wanted to steal a pick, so I'm trying to give you credit.
What pick did you have it at?
Oh, God, I don't even think I had it in the order yet. Because I the way I did this was I narrowed down like my top 5 first. And then after that, I kind of just went through everything else that I had and just, you know, adjusted it accordingly for each show, whatever I thought the pick should be. But I just nailed off my top 5 right from the beginning. So that was just shuffled in. And plus, that was one that my girl suggested to me. And
yeah. Always your girl. Blame it on your girl all the time.
Well, the thing is, too, is that she's very upset that I didn't give her credit for the other pick that she gave me, which was my girl, which was in the last video or the one before that. I'm not sure what video we put it in, but yeah, she was upset that I didn't give her credit for that. So I'm giving you credit now. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So my pick now, number 14. Flying through these too. Dude, this one actually, bro, this is one of my favorite deaths on my whole list, bro. And it's one that I actually didn't think of. Like, this was one that came off of like looking online and trying to remind myself of ones that I didn't think of. And that this one came and I was like, oh, I can't believe I didn't think of that. But the movie is Hostel. And people can say what they want about that movie. I love it. I think it's a great movie. And Eli Roth, I like him. I think he's a really awesome director, but I think he's obviously hit and miss. Some of his shit's not as good as other shit. But this movie I loved. And I think that this death scene at the end of the movie with Jay Hernandez and the guy that he met on the train at the beginning of the movie is one of the most ultimate fucking revenge scenes I've ever seen in my life in any fucking movie. And, you know, he sees this guy at the beginning of the movie. They go through the movie. They get trapped up in this fucking human trafficking and human murder type of fucking scheme. And, you know, he loses some people that he's with. I think he's the only one alive that he went to fucking wherever they were at. I think they were in Amsterdam or something like that. He's the only one left alive. He's beat to shit. He's all injured and fucked up. He barely escaped from the place. And then he sees that guy. And he finds out that, or he had found out that guy that he met at the beginning of the movie on the train was the guy that fucking somehow either got him into that, you know, set them up to get taken into that murder shit, or somehow he connects that dots with that guy. and the guy's in the bathroom taking a shit, and he goes in there and fucking puts the card down on the floor, and the guy sees it, and then he puts his hand under there to grab it, and he just fucking, Jay Hernandez cuts off like 3 of his fingers, and then goes into the stall and fucking like drowns him almost, then slits his throat and leaves him there in the fucking toilet bowl. And it's just like one of the most fucking epic revenge scenes I've ever watched in a movie, period. And you've obviously seen Hostel, right?
No, I agree that when he was killing the dude, it was just like, yes, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Because you didn't think this guy was gonna pull it out, pull through it.
No.
And it's just like, because like you said, I think he even had his fingers cut off, so he was all bloody from the hand. That's why he cut the guy's.
Yes, you're right. You're right. He did. He had half of his hand cut off.
Yeah, and he was like, he was tied to a chair at one point, I think.
Yeah,
he got tortured and shit. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I didn't think of Hostel. I didn't think of any of those death scenes, and I can think of a couple in that movie that were pretty insane.
And the second one too. The second Hostel, there's some awesome death scenes in that one too.
And it kind of sucks what happens in the beginning of the second one, but
yeah.
But obviously. I mean, we won't spoil that because I don't know if it's on Gonzo's list either. But like you were saying, yeah, Hostel, dude. I loved Hostel. I thought it was such a great movie. And didn't Tarantino help with that? He
was a producer.
Yeah, he was a producer. So I mean, I thought it was great. I thought it was very. It was just different.
I liked how gritty it was too. It was just like, it was raw and gritty, and just, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it was very gritty. Do you have any more of these on your list?
No, that's the only Hostel I have.
Yeah, me neither. So like, yeah, gritty, like the time where the dogs ate the guy in the elevator.
Yeah.
And then when I don't know if it was Hostel 1 or Hostel 2 when the lady's in her bathtub.
Oh yeah, that's Hostel 2.
And she likes the blood. She's taking a bath in somebody else's blood.
The scene that I think of is 2 from Hostel 2. One is when the guy gets his dick cut off at the end by the girl. And then the other scene was when I don't know who it is. I think it might have been the girl. It's one of the guys at the end of Hostel 2 gets his fucking head cut off. And then the kids start playing soccer with his head at the end of the movie. And it's just like, it's funny. That's what I like about Eli Roth too. He knows how to fucking put like comedy in there and just like weasel it in there, and it works. And I love it. It does, and it's like sick comedy that works, like you said. Like, so fuck. All right, great pick, brother. Great movie. If you haven't seen Hostel, watch it. Hell yeah.
You'll be surprised on how good it is. All right, my next movie is my next scene is from one of our favorite movies, and it's from Pulp Fiction with John Travolta, Bruce Willis, Sam Jackson. And it's when John Travolta and Sam Jackson are driving in the car, and John Travolta actually accidentally shoots Marvin. And I just remember when John Travolta, Sam Jackson's like, "What the fuck?" And John Travolta looks over, he's like, "Oh man, I just shot Marvin."
He goes, "What the fuck you do that for?"
Yeah. I thought it was great because they're just having a conversation, and then all of a sudden, I think he like slammed his arm down, or with the gun in his hand, and
he rests his fucking hand on the back seat because he's talking to him, and they must like hit a bump or something.
Yeah,
pulls the fucking trigger.
I just think that's a great death scene. I had to throw it in there. It's to one of my favorite movies, our favorite movies, and I just always remember that. Man, I shot Marvin.
I'll always remember that too because it was on my list. You fuck.
Yeah, I knew
you got me. I knew you were gonna get me, and I fucking felt like it would have been that one too because I knew we'd both have that on our list.
And I hope it's on like number 3 of your list, you bastard. 2 or 1, that would be great.
It's number 4. It's number
4. All right.
Yeah. So that's all right. I'll swap that out. No big deal.
Number 4 spot's tough.
It is
tough spot there.
It is. All right, so I'm gonna have to improvise right now because my next pick I gotta move into my top 5 now, and I gotta throw a different one in there right now. But I had some backups lined up, so I'm good. Okay. So my number 12 pick, which is my last pick for this video, I've already mentioned this movie, Jackie Brown. And this death scene comes right after the death scene, basically, that I named before when Robert De Niro shot Bridget Fonda in the parking lot. A little further on in the movie, Robert De Niro meets up with Samuel L. Jackson. Bridget Fonda was Samuel L. Jackson's girlfriend in the movie, and they're sitting in a van on the side of the road, and he tells Samuel L. Jackson that he shot her in the parking lot, and Samuel L. Jackson is obviously not happy about it, and De Niro tries to play it off like, dude, I had to do it. There was nothing I could do. And I'll just never forget this death scene, because the way Tarantino shot it was that you didn't know that he even like had, I don't think you knew he had the gun in his hand. And I don't think they even showed the gun. Maybe they showed it for a second, but either way, you didn't know it was coming because he shot it from the back of the van. So you just see the back of their heads in the front two seats. And I'll never forget Samuel L. Jackson right before he shoots De Niro. He's like, I don't know what the fuck happened to you, man. You used to be beautiful. And then all of a sudden he just shoots him like 3 times, and you just see the blood fucking spray up on the dashboard, on the windshield and shit, and on the window. And yeah, he just takes De Niro out and leaves him in the van right there. He shot his girl, and he wasn't happy about it. But I'll just never forget that. You know what I mean? You used to be beautiful, man. Pop, 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 done.
Yeah, it was such a great one-liner before the death.
Yeah,
and it was so like the blood splashing against the windows and shit, and just so impactful, dude. It was great pick, brother.
Yes,
it's always hard to watch Mr. De Niro die.
Oh, dude, always, bro, always. Honestly, bro, dude, it's hard to say that. It would be hard to say that he's not the greatest actor ever. To me, it would be hard to say that. Like, it's very difficult to think of people that are necessarily in his league. There are people out there that are like, awfully fucking close to him. I have a lot of other favorite actors, a lot of people that are great, but De Niro, dude, there's just something about him, man. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about. He's like in a league of his own.
No, he is. He owns every role he does.
Yeah.
He can be an innocent old man in a film. He can be a badass mobster in a film. He can be a great father figure in a film. Like, he can do every role.
My perfect, comparison right now that I can think of is he's like the ultimate mob movie guy. We all know that, right? So, you look at movies like Goodfellas and Casino and fucking, Once Upon a Time in America, whatever, all those movies that he's been in. And then you look at like Meet the Parents, comedy, totally different role. You know what I mean? He still has that firm, assertive, like badass tone to him because he's like an ex-CIA agent, but it's like fucking comedy, and that's all it is.
And he's not like an action star or a mobster trying to act funny, dude. He just knows how to do it. It comes off hilarious because he's just that good.
Yeah, there's just, Taxi Driver, dude. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. The role he played in that is fucking unbelievable. He's just, to me, he's in a fucking league of his own. He really is. And there are quite a few people that are like close to that. I have so many actors that I love. But De Niro, man, for some reason, I feel like he's in a league of his own.
And that's actually a good idea for a video. Top 10 actors, top 10 actresses or something.
Oh, I would definitely do that. Do that. Hell yeah.
Because I can name off a lot, but now that you're saying it, like, it's kind of hard to think off the top of my head to top Robert De Niro.
I would say Al Pacino is real fucking close.
Well, Al Pacino too, yes, but I still don't think he's up at Robert De Niro's level.
No, I don't either.
You can call me crazy, but I honestly think like he's not as old as Al Pacino or Robert De Niro, so he doesn't have obviously as much experience or films in his book. But Leonardo DiCaprio, dude, that guy seems like he can play everything.
Yeah, I agree.
Just like a Robert De Niro.
I agree.
And
people fucking hate on him, dude. And all I have to say, bro, is go back to fucking 1993. I think it came out. What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Fucking Leonardo DiCaprio was like, I don't even know how old he was. He was very young. He was a teenager, and he played somebody with a mental disability better than I think I've ever seen anybody play that role. I mean, I've seen that there have been some close ones. Giovanni Ribisi played a good role in The Other Sister. He was great in that movie. But as far as like really pulling it off, and it just showed how great of an actor Leonardo DiCaprio was even at a young age. And then you move up to in the 90s, there was another movie, or maybe it was even in the late 80s, him and Robert De Niro. This Boy's Life. You ever seen that?
Yeah, and that's kind of when I think of Robert De Niro, I think of Leo because of that movie, and I feel like he learned a lot watching Robert De Niro at a young age. Having one of the top. That's like being a backup quarterback to Tom Brady.
Yep.
You know, Aaron Rodgers. Like, you have the best in front of you, so that's all you're seeing.
Yep.
So, yeah, Robert De Niro, dude. It's hard to top him as an actor, but yeah, let's move on to our list here.
Yep, last pick.
Number 11. I got the last pick, and it's from a classic movie. I think everybody in our generation and before, maybe now, I mean, you don't hear it as much, loves it. It's from Terminator 2, The Judgment Day. It's at the end when Arnold Schwarzenegger has to kill himself, pretty much. He goes into a pot of lava, I guess.
Dude, it's
hot shit.
Oh man.
And it's just such a great scene. He goes out like a badass. He has to do it. He doesn't want to screw up the future, pretty much. You know, he was there for a mission. He accomplished that mission, and then as he went out with his thumbs up, you know, going down. And as a kid, you felt proud, you felt strong. It was very impactful. You know, the scene had to be in my list. It's actually something I didn't think of at first. I didn't have it on my list at all because I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, I didn't think about it.
Yeah, and then a couple weeks later, after doing my list or thinking of it, I was just like, wow, how did I forget Terminator 2? Like, I remember that being one of the coolest deaths being younger, you know? He went down as a badass. And, yeah, sometimes you got to do what you got to do in life. And his mission in life was to protect John Connor, and that's what he did.
Yeah, dude, that fucking Terminator 2, bro, one of the greatest fucking movies ever. One of the greatest movies ever. You want to talk about a great action movie? That's it right there. Especially the way it opens with the kid on the bike and he's in the other guy's in the 18-wheeler. Like, dude, I went to the drive-in to see that when I was like 4 or 5, dude.
Yeah, and in its time, bro. Like, even when you watch it now, in its time when it came out, like, CGI and shit wasn't the greatest, and the action scenes weren't always great. And the action scenes were incredible. Like you said, the whole dirt bike scene in the 18-wheeler, plowing through a bridge, under a bridge, the top flying off. You know, that wasn't CGI. You know, I was driving a truck with the top off in the little, like, thingy area. And but yeah, the action scenes are great. And that the bad guy in the movie,
I don't know that guy's name, but I know you're talking about.
He's from tons of movies.
Oh yeah, tons of movies.
From Dusk Till Dawn too, I think he was in. It's just funny I think about that. But yeah, even the graphics of him getting shot, being that liquid, like,
that shit was cool, man.
Like, it was, and him being molten liquid on the ground and him coming together. It was for the time. It was just it was like mind blowing to watch.
And I feel like even that CGI, dude, it still stands up today. You could pop that Blu-ray in right now and watch it. And you're not going to say like, oh my God, that's awful CGI. You're not going to say that. Like, Deep Blue Sea has worse CGI than that.
Yeah, no, you're right. And it kind of, like, in that era, in that time, it kind of reminds me of Avatar in this time, you know, because Avatar set it up for, like, the upcoming movies, you know, and that kind of set it up for upcoming movies. Because that was like I said, the CGI in that was awesome. The action was awesome. And I think Hollywood got better after that movie came out with action movies.
Well, I mean, the one that I think of right away, and I saw it on that other guy's video that I showed you, the Flick Connector guy, Darren Van Dam or whatever. He was talking about Jurassic Park, and he brought up how the CGI in Jurassic Park is like unbelievable, and it came out like 1993, and it still holds up today, and it does. I mean, the dinosaurs in that movie, dude, they fucking looked real. They still do.
Some of those dinosaurs in that movie look realer than the ones we have now, because the ones we have now, you can tell are too CGI'd sometimes.
Yeah.
Those dinosaurs from the original Jurassic Park, they looked like
legit fucking dinosaurs.
Yeah. So, yeah, I agree. Jurassic Park, again, that was another great action flick with great CGI or puppets or whatever the fuck they used.
Yeah. All right, so let's wrap this fucker up. We're moving on to the top 10 next time. I'm fucking excited, dude. I got 5 awesome fucking deaths. Even though you stole my number 4, I'm still good. And I bet you got 5 awesome deaths too. And I'm willing to bet that we don't have any of the same deaths. Maybe one. Other than that, there's no way. So,
well, I mean, I'm wicked excited. I can't wait to hear yours. And I have awesome ones. And honestly, dude, honestly, we might not have one of our top fives. Like now that I look at my top five, and now that I'm hearing your picks, you might not have my picks. I mean, there could be one or two, but I think one of them you might have forgot about, or you're not giving enough credit for that should be on your top five.
maybe,
That might not be on your top five,
maybe.
and vice versa. I think the same for you. You might have one that I'm going to be like, oh, what the fuck, you know? So I don't know, bro. This is interesting. It's putting me on the edge of my seat.
Yeah,
You know?
I have to alter mine right now because I got to change because I had to add this other pick because you stole my Pulp Fiction.
Well, good, bro. I'm
All right,
glad I did, Marvin.
Marvin. Yeah, what the fuck, Marvin?
Marvin. I thought Marvin was gonna pull through it too. Poor fucking Marvin. You know?
And I love Winston Wolfe, bro. Harvey Keitel, dude, playing that role was great, dude.
Yeah,
Great.
that was good.
And Quentin Tarantino playing what I don't remember what the fuck his name was in the movie, but his role was great too.
Oh, he was. Yeah, his role was great too at his house.
So good, dude.
Yeah,
so
it was
good.
His role was great in Reservoir Dogs too.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I loved it. Wicked good. And I liked him in Death Proof, even though I didn't think that movie was like the greatest. He was good in that movie.
Even in Django Unchained, he wasn't even. He was in it for like 2 minutes, but he was just like a corny fucking like cowboy dude who blows himself up.
So good, dude.
Hopefully that's not on your list. I didn't think it would be. So
no, not on my list. All right. So that's it. Next video, top 10 deaths. I'm fucking excited for it. I hope that everybody enjoyed this video of deaths from number 20 to number 11. And like we said, they're definitely getting juicier. I know everybody out there is going to think these were more juicy. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe, hit that red bell so you know when the next top 10 death scene video is coming. And what do you want to leave them with, SplatMan?
Just like always, I just want to say thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe to our channel. We need subscribers. And like always, comment. Let us know your favorite death scenes because we want to know. We want to see if we forgot some. Maybe Gonzo wants to cheat and steal some of yours like he's good at. But yeah, I'm out of here. Till next time, next video. Peace, people.
Peace out. Gonzo Shark's out.